Virtus Pro versus Gambit in the Dream League regional qualifiers. Solo in the lane, getting rolled upon by Immersion as he flies on his Spirit Rock, gonna fly as well. Dahag closing the distance. Now Open Wounds comes out solo. The Dragon looks like he's gonna go down. That's first blood to Gambit. Up the top lane once again. This time the Open Wounds out onto Ramses. Can they chase him down? It looks like they can. It's a lot of damage, especially with the Chen here as well. FNG helping out to get the kill onto that Terrorblade. FNG slowed down. Roger going to drag him back with that shockwave coming forwards. FNG getting low. Ramsey's taking some hits as well, though. Has to be careful. Now getting jumped on by Dahak and Immersion. They do get that kill. FNG also going to go down. Gambit a little bit ahead right now. 7 kills to Solo getting jumped upon down here, but stun up from Pasha going to keep him alive with the torrent to come through as well from the sidelines. Immersion finds himself getting turned around upon. Meanwhile, deep in the base, they're trying to get Afo, and they do get him on the base. Immersion rolling forwards. What can he find? He's looking for Roger here. He wants the Magnus. Can he close the gap? Pasha comes flying in with that Stampede. They are looking to respond heavily to this one. Immersion punished. And FNG looks like the same here as the Ice Path comes through. FNG ran down and finished off. Well, VP closing that gap between the two teams fairly quickly here at the 16-minute mark. So Ramsey's just getting really farmed. Trying to recover from this rough laning phase. Meanwhile, Immersion in the middle lane rolls in, but takes a ton of damage as he do so. Now the X marks boat. Yeah, this might be a dead Earth Spirit coming through as the Ice Path's just going to make sure things go down. Immersion's still alive somehow. One's going to come out from him, but he still does drop. And it's thrown out onto no one, along with a vacuum as well. Pasha, the runs forwards. Look at this Ice Path onto 3 the Stomp as well to follow so much damage coming through onto Gambit. However, they will be able to kill Pasha. VP doesn't seem to have a lot of interest in fighting this. Solo coming too far forwards. He's going to die. Gambit turn this one around. Now they look towards no one as well. Do they have a stun? They do not have anything to work with. Ooh. Oh, blink away. Magnus sees Immersion there and just gets himself out nice and quickly. Meanwhile, Solo comes in, throws down the Macro. I think he knew the cost here, although they try to vacuum him into the stone. Doesn't quite work out. Now we'll get the Ice Path onto one. Just a Darkseer here. He's got a Surge should he need it as the Stomp comes out. And Immersion waiting in the tree is going to time that rock to allow him to get off that Surge. Nicely done there. Ice Path doesn't quite find Immersion. He's building quite a lot of space for his team. Gonna come in, but the RP, it lands onto 3. Do they have to follow up though? Apo with the ulti from the background, and Immersion dropping so very low as it's Half-Life as well, but no one's gonna die except Roger so far, dying through his RP. Meanwhile, Dahak in the middle, he's in trouble. Last year tried to go for Ramses, did not work out, but the right clicks from the Afo will be able to find that kill. Now low towards Pasha as well, but that's not quite gonna happen. Gambit holding off. They're pretty low. They need to be careful, but they do have those Greaves. Now Pasha in the top lane, gonna get used up by the Darkseer here. He's got the, throws down the wall even for Pasha. They really want to find this guy. Stampede used to try and get himself away. Rocks being thrown. Pasha just trying to run, but the roll forward's gonna interrupt the Stomp for Pasha there, and he tries to time it right now, trying to turn this one around. There's no one else coming in here though, so this is a dead Pasha. Mid lane smoked up from VP. They know this Roshan is up, and they are very much aware. Oh, the RP onto 3. Now the Ice Path as well. That's a bit of a wombo combo there from VP. Do they have the follow-up damage? Yes, they do. Gambit get torn apart, losing 4 in a second. And now into Roshan, they go to reap their rewards. Ramses claims his spot on the top of the net worth. And they will take the Aegis on him. Up onto the higher ground, on goes the X marks though, coming out onto FNG, doing a ton of damage, but no one, well, he's got a team coming in behind him slowly but surely as no one actually flies back in and gets the kill, thanks to the moves from his own team there. Now the wall comes down onto Pasha and no one has to pop the BKB. He's getting kind of low here. These illusions doing quite a lot, and actually they just heal him right the way back up. Meanwhile, Immersion is going to drop. So a kill for VP so far. Gambit, they really want to get this Conqueror. It's how this started, and finally they will get their Conquer. 484 gold for that as well, though. 33 minutes into the game. Stampede being used. Magnus gonna fly himself over a cliff. Ramses could be in a bit of trouble here. Gambit's starting to surround him. The razors come through the RP, though, lands just onto Immersion. And Dahag's going to try and come in and take advantage of this hole, but he's not doing enough damage to Ramses, and Ramses is just turning around. He's trying to shred him. He's just trying to fight him. He's got a whole team behind him. Suddenly going to come out. Can they finish off Dahag here? Well, they can't. They don't want to chase onto the high ground. Gambit do have the advantage, but no one just comes right back up. Hello, high ground. This is mine now. Trying to fight up. There's the X-Marks, but the Yules will dodge that X-Marks combo. But the Afo taking so much damage as Ramsey just turns around to hit him. Afo thought he was tanky. I guess not. The damage coming through so thick and fast as Ramsey's just trying to fight up versus everybody here, but he's dropping kind of low. Does not have another Thunder available here. Got to be careful, but Dahak also being played around with. He does die to his illusions from that wall. They just kind of stuck away and kept on chopping away with that anti-armor from the Shadow Fiend as well. But now they've got the X-Marks onto the Shadow Fiend with the torrent to set this up, as well as Roger jumps forwards, misses the skewer. Apo still playing around, but Ramses is chasing, and he gets that Scatty slow off in melee form, and down goes Apo. Meanwhile, Roger does drop to Gambit as they wrap in from behind. Can they actually fight this without their carry, though? Not too sure. Well, at least without one of their carries, their mid laner is already dead. Meanwhile, the X-Marks out onto FNG, the torrent as well. Gonna need to search him out of this one, but Afterlife may have to sacrifice himself. He did. Gonna go down, because Ramses might be in melee form, but he's still packing a real punch. Dahak needs to get himself out here. Still slowed up for now. It's a long, long fight as they TP in under this tower, but the double edge will finish off FNG. Gambit, you might want to call quits on this one. Onto the high ground now. Ramses leading the charge. Afo has to back himself up. Quick man to theirs. He turns it around. Ramses, though, just plowing through the buildings, plowing through the racks. They roll in onto Immersion, throwing him back under the towers. Afo, though, this is what he wanted. He's getting really low here. One more right click. He will be able to just about survive. Meanwhile, Dahak jumping in, trying to blow up no one here. There's nice tanky targets for Lifestealer just to rip through. But there comes a quick Sunder and quick kill onto FNG. Goes in to try and go for a cheeky one, but does pay the ultimate price. And Immersion, not sure he's going to survive this. Ooh, 120 HP. Not much. Meanwhile, Dahak just sprinting in with that surge, trying to find the spots on the backline. It's not really working out for him now. Quick little infest there kill, but doesn't quite get anybody. Meanwhile, the RP lands onto 3. Where's that follow-up? Where's the torrent? Where's the boat? It's not there in time, but they will actually charge him out of base with that skewer. FNG takes another fall as Apo just manning up onto no one here. Can he finish off the conquer? Yes, he can. The Raze will find him. Ramsey's looking really low as well. 5 seconds until the Sunder. Can he get it off in time? They actually silence him up. Into the Roshan pit we go. VP. They took a fall. They did take a fall in the bottom lane, but now they're looking to regain their advantage, and they will start with Roshan. Gambit come forwards. Dahak says, no Ice Wall for you, but he's a little bit too late. Did he get anything there? He got the Refresher shard. I'm not really sure it's worth it if they die, because the RP comes through onto 2 on the backlines. FNG and Immersion immediately taken out. Avo going to fall as well. The Shadow Fiend is dead. Dahak just trying to crawl around the backlines, trying to get himself out of this one. He's going to go for the TP. Can they interrupt this one? They cannot, so he will escape on the Lifestealer. Buybacks have to come out from Gambit, though, from their failed theft on Roshan. Meanwhile, Dahak trying to cause some chaos, just using the Sheep's Guard, you know. He's pretty damn fast. I don't know if you've noticed, this Lifestealer is zooming around all over the place. Old school race car stuff. Meanwhile, they'll just jump onto Afterlife here as he pops for a fresh shot. Just get a second Yules onto himself. That's sad, and he still gets stomped up. He's dead without buyback. Oh, Immersion also in trouble. Dahak trying to do something, trying to do anything to make these guys stop killing his team, but it's just not happening. The Afo from the high ground firing off a bit of damage. I mean, Dahak is like such a powerhouse in this game, but is he enough? Ramses falling low. He is going to die once. Holding on to his life, though, thanks to the Aegis. Meanwhile, no one. Going to pop that cheese, get himself back to life, but they just turn around. The crit onto Dahak. It's too much for the Lifestealer. He has the buyback, fortunately, but Afo maybe not so fortunate here as he's popping that BKB, but he's getting bullied by Ramsey, chasing him down and get that kill. The Terror Blade is doing exactly that. Terror and blading. Blading, hitting, whatever. Dahak jumping in, trying to kill Ramses here. I mean, again, it's just Dahak running around, and VP kind of just ignoring him now. He's just a thorn in their side. The Thunder comes out. They might turn their attention to him now. This is coming out from Afo. Dahak just trying to be annoying and kill creep waves or whatever. VP, though, slowly but surely, they will kill FNG, and now they'll get on to the tier 4s. They go down instantly. They'll look towards the Ancient as well. The Lifestealer still alive, still just doing his thing, but VP do not care. They'll just RP him, keep him still, ignore him. Get out of here, you filthy Lifestealer. We've ended this game, and Virtus Pro will take the victory in Game 1. Well, a valiant showing from Gambit in Game 1. Let's see if they can recreate it or even get themselves a win in Game 2. No one in the mid lane on this OD. Afo on his signature. Quickly becoming a signature hero. It's this Shadow Fiend. Gambit love picking him this. But they actually jump in, actually. Sven TPing on top of the Afo, and they will be able to bring him down after NJ dies. They're looking towards the Shadow Fiend once again. They really want to shut him down, but Gambit coming in to respond. But the Sanities does so much, and the Shadow Fiend is taken out. FNG in the trees, but he's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And down he goes. Immersion You are seen. Solo has found you. Here's the support coming in. Whoop, long range toss over to the crab, and they will be able to take him down. Meanwhile, FNG dies on the high ground, so an even trade. Both supports taking a fall. Afterlife trying to stick around. There's a very speedy Centaur coming in. That's going to stun up Immersion now with the Stormhammer coming through as well to keep him locked down, trying to stop him getting off these spells, but it's not going to work. Afterlife is waiting. Roger leading the charge. Using that war cry. Putting up those scary shields, so pools of protection there. Pure HP that gives you. Ramsey's just playing around. It's a very tense standoff here as VP. You're kind of waiting them to make a move here, and Pasha's actually going to run forward. But the stun out from Afterlife. Is it enough? Can they follow up on the side of Gambit, though? Doesn't look like they're too willing right now, as Pasha will be able to get the vacuum into the Stormhammer. That's fancy, but the hack with the Medusa causing a bit of trouble in the backlines. Actually managing to get the kill onto 2. Ramses and Pasha taken down. Bit of trouble, bit of a disaster for VP right now as they'll look towards no one and blow him up as well. The OD takes a fall. Now Roger. Well, the PL Illusions are being annoying. They're scouting and they're trying to get this tombstone down. They will actually be successful. Solo gets tossed into the team here. Gambit needs to finish this kill off quickly, and they will be able to do so as the Warcry comes in to give him that extra health. Meanwhile, the hack just throwing down the ulti actually freezes up Pasha. That's about it. And Pasha still has the opportunity to get a decent wall off here as he goes for the vacuum stun with the Centaur. And then comes his anti-eclipse, nearly dropping 1, nearly dropping 2. As the banishment comes out onto the Shadow Fiend here. Can they keep him controlled up in time? Yes, they can. It's a kill off Solo. Now look towards Afo as well. He's going to die. Gambit, the rest of them trying to get themselves away. Well, the PL comes jumping in. And the hack trying to fight off VP. Trying to get themselves out now as the hack comes back to life. And it's just pretty damn scary. Chasing them back. And into the Roche pit they go. Taking down Roche one hit at a time. VP, they've got all 5 heroes up very shortly. They still want to go for this one. You know VP won't give this up on for free if they have the opportunity to contest it, which they certainly do. Avalanche going to slow them down for now. Dahak can't find the finishing blow onto Roshan as Ramsey just jumps in with that defusal. We're doing so much damage to the Medusa, and they will be able to bring her down. So much damage coming out, and then the Stormhammer lands onto 2, getting a double kill for the Sven. It's chaos inside the Roche pit as the Shadow Fiend will finish off Roshan, and the Aegis will be picked up by the Nyx Assassin, but the counter ultimate from Solo gets a kill onto Afo. Meanwhile, well, the Nyx Assassin, he might have an Aegis, but that does not mean you're permanently immortal, only for the first life. And Ramsey's going to rip through FNG here as well. Gambit, they're trying to recover from this some way, somehow. No one pops a BKB to get himself up to the high ground. Roger throwing out the stun, going to get himself out as well. Lift up onto the Shadow Fiend here, throwing him back into kind of the range of the tower here. Ramsey's trying to play around. Meanwhile, stun out, God Strength onto FNG. Can they take him down in time? Yes, they can. The tube's on the high ground, but the fight's not going along nearly enough for it to do any damage as FNG gets taken down. Dahak comes out, but he's got no mana left on the Medusa. Stun comes out. Roger, one more hit brings down the Medusa. Dead for 88 seconds, no buyback. Gambit, it was going so well for them, but VP turning this one around. They look towards Immersion as well, and Ramses is just an absolute pain on this Phantom Lancer. Now stun comes up onto the high ground, but nicely dodged from Afo. Banishment comes out. Nyx Assassin is here as well as he actually gets the stun off onto 2 there with that Spike Carapace. Gets a kill onto no one, but they blow up the Shadow Fiend. It's just not worth it, unfortunately, but it's something. Is it enough? Can they hold on to this game? They've got the Medusa. If they could just hold on to something here. Gambit backs against the walls. So close to losing out to VP here. The Phantom Lancer sends back a snake. Snake's flying all over the place here. It's a little bit confusing, but there's a vacuum stun coming out onto 2, and the damage to follow up as well. Down go them both. Meanwhile, Dahak will pop the BKB, try and turn this one around. The Santies drops, try and drain her mana, but doesn't really do too much work. Brings it down to about half. Now they'll try and chase forwards here, but they don't want to fight through that wall. FNG popped off on the backlines. This surged OD. It's absolutely terrifying. Now the Banishment comes out onto Dahak. He doesn't have any mana left to work with, so they will need to pop that BKB to get him away. Roger taking some damage here. Gambit just trying to hold on. 41 minutes now, but a 19k gold advantage for VP. That is scary, and Ramses can do whatever he wants here as he's throwing. They throw back FNG into his team. Ramses He's taking a bit of damage, down to about half health now, but the racks are being taken slowly but surely, and that's all he's after. The ultimate, though, doing a fair amount, but there comes a vacuum, there comes a Tati, there comes a wall. VP turn this fight around, but with the stone gaze, it's going to force them out for now. They get 3 kills, though, and they can certainly follow up on this as they'll look towards the hack. They zap him down, his mana is gone, his life soon to follow. Emergent coming in, trying to make some space, trying to keep the hack alive, but it's not going to happen. Buyback immediately as Emergent trying to fight up. No one does fall down, but he's got that Aegis, so he doesn't really care. Emergent being hunted, and Afo just in the middle of it all. Well, they're more than happy to ignore him and go for Tahak. Ramses, the mob, chase him into the base. Afo is dead, and the game is over. VP will take it in a 2-0, but both games, Gambit really showing what they could bring to this fight.